So, as I sit down to record this final episode of Women on the Brink, I find myself reflecting on the incredible journey of the past 2 years. When I started this podcast, I don't think I fully understood what it would become or how much it would change me. I thought I was creating a space for conversation and stories and connection. And what I discovered was that every conversation, every guest, and every moment of listening became a mirror for my own growth. This podcast has brought out more curiosity in me. It's reminded me to ask better questions, to stay open, and be willing to see the world through someone else's eyes. And it's really deepened my compassion for other people's journeys, for their struggles, their triumphs, and for the beautiful complexity of being human. It's also strengthened my desire to be part of my community and to show up and to connect and to listen and to understand that we are never really doing this life alone, even when it sometimes feels that way. And, along the way, this podcast has challenged me to look more closely at my own beliefs and what I truly value. It's made me think about the life I want to create and the relationships that I want to nurture and the boundaries I need to put in place to protect my own well being. In many ways, this podcast has been kind of like therapy for me. Through the stories of other people, I've learned so much about myself, and through these conversations with guests, I've discovered new perspectives. And through your feedback and encouragement, I've felt connected to a community that I'm really deeply grateful for. So, to every guest who shared their time with me, thank you, thank you, thank you for your honesty and your courage and your willingness to show up. And to all of you who have listened and reached out and shared a thought, thank you so much for spending, time during your day. Your support has really meant a lot to me. And now I'm stepping out into a new chapter, one I probably never would have predicted, going back to school and chipping away at that university degree. At 65, it's a little daunting, but I'm actually really enjoying it. My hope is that Women on the Brink has offered you something along the way, maybe a moment of encouragement when you were feeling down, or maybe a new perspective when you were feeling stuck, or even just a reminder that growth and change are always possible because we are all in our own ways standing on the brink of something, a new decision, a new beginning, a new version of ourselves. So thanks for being part of this journey. This may be the final episode of Women on the Brink, but I hope the conversations and the stories and the lessons continue to live on. So just keep asking questions, keep being curious, and keep showing up for yourself and for others.